Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 498.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to continue on in our series, and I'm going to share with you another way to save tens of thousands of dollars. This is tip number 2 in the series. And this tip involves a story that was a realization that I had in my life. So I want to share with you a personal story about when I was much younger and engaged to my late husband. And we were thinking about where we were going to live. Each of us had lovely places that we owned, and we were trying to decide where we were going to settle. So at first we thought we would buy something new, and we looked at new construction, and new homes were lovely, but a lot of the new homes in established neighborhoods were not on very good lots. In other words, a lot of the best lots had already been built on, and so the new construction was on lots that were very unlevel, they were on cliffs, or they just had strange angles, or I don't know, it just, the lot seemed to be a little bit strange on the new construction. And one of the things that I loved about my husband's house was it was on a horse acre, and it was in a beautiful neighborhood, and the actual bones of the house were great. There was only one problem. It was very still original 1970s inside. And so those lovely avocado green sinks and Formica counters and vinyl floors and fluorescent lights, yeah, he still had those around. And so we decided that we would remodel his house. But here's how we came to that conclusion, because it wasn't just a simple conclusion, but it was simple once I really did a back of the envelope calculation and started to add everything up. When it came to moving, when we looked at what would it cost to pay real estate commissions, probably around $30,000. What would it cost to get a new loan? Well, there's points that you pay on a new loan that are $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. How about moving costs? Well, to hire movers and a truck and all of that, boxes and everything, something around $7,000. When you're prepping your house for sale, you have to do some fix-ups, and you maybe have to paint or do some yard work or do something to the roof or make some repairs. And I figured that would easily be another $5,000. And then when you get to the new house, even if it's a brand new house, you want to do things like fix it up to your liking. A lot of times you have to buy new curtains and towels and bedding, and maybe you want to repaint some rooms or carpet some or tile some, do some light remodeling. That's easily another $10,000. So when I added everything up, it came up to about $56,000. And the whole budget for the entire remodel of taking the house down to the studs to remodel it, we figured was about a $100,000 budget. And so $56,000 was 56% of our budget. And literally, we would have nothing to show for spending that $56,000. I mean, if you spend that on real estate commissions or loans or movers or a little bit of remodel, you don't really have much to show for it. So I realized that $56,000 was just going to go poof. And really, we weren't going to get any value for it. But if we stayed in my husband's house and we put that toward our $100,000 budget, half of it was already going to be paid for. And all we had to do was just stay put. So that's why my idea number 2 for you is not to move. Don't move very often. Stay put And don't keep changing neighborhoods. You see, right now there's a big trend for young people to move close to where they work. And while that's a great idea, and you might want to own a place close to where you work so you don't have to own a car and your commute time is a lot less, I get that. But if you know that you're probably going to get married someday and you probably aren't going to be able to stay in the city with a family and children, then maybe it makes sense to buy that house out where you could have a family. And maybe it's not way out in the suburbs. Maybe it's a little bit closer into your work, so you have a nice compromise. But that way you're not going to have to sell your place in the city, buy another home for the kids, and then when you have a few more kids, you have to upgrade to a bigger home, and you're moving all the time. And these moving expenses really add up. And that's money that could be used to invest and grow your retirement plan. Those are monies that you can remodel the home that you're in and improve the value of the home that you live in and make it the way you want it. There is a lot of other use for the money other than just paying commissions and points and movers and things that you really don't have anything to show for it. So rather than thinking about living here, selling that, moving there, selling that, moving here, selling that, think about where could you stay put for 20 years? Where could you actually live and it would serve the needs for your lifestyle, whether you're single, married with a family, married with a bigger family. Those are all things that if you plan for longer term, you won't have to be moving all the time. Now, I understand that you're not going to be able to afford as much house right away when you first start working as maybe when you're older and you have a big family. But if you can kind of get into a compromise situation where you won't have to move several times and maybe you just make one move, that is going to make you a lot better off as well. So the less you move, the more money you're going to have that is going to be in your investment accounts, is going to be in your retirement accounts, it's going to be in your net worth. It's not going to be just disappearing with you having nothing to show for it. So my takeaway is moving costs and the costs of buying new homes and fixing up homes and all of that is such a huge expense. The less frequently you move, the more money you're going to have. So buy a home you can live in for at least 10 years, preferably 20, but if you can't do 20, at least 10 years, hopefully a lot more. You'll pay your mortgage off faster because you can make the one extra payment per year that I always talk about and how to pay down your mortgage faster. You pay that extra 1/12 of a payment each month, and that will get you one extra payment each year, and that will pay down your mortgage much faster. You can accumulate more equity, save thousands of dollars from not moving. So really try to make some good decisions about why you live where you live and staying put. If you're looking for more ways to save tens of thousands of dollars, check out the Wealth Heiress book. It's on back order on Amazon. We are sold out, but there is a waiting list, and as soon as new books come in, if your name is on the list, you'll get them first. So go on over to Amazon and get your name on the Wealth Heiress book waiting list, and men are loving it too. Don't forget, we have our holiday sizzle contest still going, and you have 25 prizes that you can win. I'm telling you, your chances of winning are really, really good. So please leave a podcast review, leave a book review, and your name will be entered into the hat 2 times for every podcast review, 3 times for a book review if you bought the book other than on Amazon, 5 times if you bought the book on Amazon and it says verified review, verified purchase review, and if you do a podcast review and either a verified or non-verified purchase review on Amazon, just any book review on Amazon, plus a podcast review, will get you 10 times your name in the hat for the drawing. And winners will be announced on January 1st. And thank you so much to the people who have already left podcast reviews and book reviews. I so appreciate it. You guys have blown me away with your compliments. Thank you so, so much. It's really heartwarming to hear what you have to say, and you can't even imagine what it means to me. So thank you so much if you've taken the time to do that. I really appreciate it. And I hope you win. And if you haven't joined me on Instagram, come on over to the fun on Instagram.com/Linda P. Jones. There's all kinds of ideas and things I'm talking about and sharing over there. People are really, really enjoying it. So come on over to Instagram.com/Linda P. Jones. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.